Hey everyone, Quilting Marine here. Just covering a couple of other pieces of the sewing machine. Right here we have our control pedal. All right, so on your control pedal, what's going to happen is as you push it like a gas pedal in a car, it's going to go fast as you push hard down, and then it'll go slow as you let up. Okay. Some of these are programmable also in some machines where you set the machine on slow, and no matter how hard you push the pedal, it'll always go slow. Or you set the machine on fast, and no matter how hard you push the pedal, it's always going to go fast. Okay, it takes a little practice getting used to the start and stop. Okay, but once you start on your control pedal, oh, also some of these machines also come with a leg control that sticks out of the machine so that you can use your leg in controlling the machine and not just the control pedal. Okay, just look out for some of these options when you buy a new machine. All right, so my pressure foot. All right, so when you buy a machine, some machines are going to come with a bunch of feet, and right here, this button right here is my pressure foot release, and just like that they drop out. Okay, you'll get a bunch of these depending on what machine you get or what options come with that machine. And don't ask me, but I have no idea the names of every foot. I should know them, but look, I'm not an expert. I just love to do it. Okay, so when I put my pressure foot back in, I just lower the shank and it'll lock back on with my pressure foot release right here, and we're ready to go. Okay, also when we start quilting, okay, so I'm not I'm still stitching in a ditch, and when you hear that term, that means I'm still quilting within the creases of stitch lines. Okay, that's when I quilt the top. When I go across the top of my three layers, I'm still doing straight lines and things like that. I haven't made the jump into doing freehand or free motion quilting yet, but we're going to do that together. Okay, that's something that we're going to learn together. We're going to do that together. But for right now, make sure that you have a walking foot. Okay, this walking foot is designed to grab all three layers of your fabric. What happens is the walking foot is grabbing the top of the fabrics of the three layers along with your feed dogs. Your feed dogs are grabbing the bottom. Your walking foot is grabbing the top. Okay, I still stitch in the ditch, so I need a walking foot. Now, once we start doing our free motion quilting, I'll show you the free motion foot that comes with some machines. As a matter of fact, I should have brought one out, but I don't have it right now. And you'll notice it's a different foot. And you lower your feed dogs, you drop them down, which is a button on the other side of my machine. And once you drop your feed dogs down, you'll be able to move your fabric, your quilt around free motion. Okay, and we won't be using a walking foot. It'll be a different foot that we put on. Okay, so the next thing you've heard, all right, 1/4 inch seam allowance. All right, when I first heard 1/4 inch seam allowance, because I had no idea what was going on, I just wanted to sew, I just wanted to make a quilt. I was like, oh my God, my head's gonna explode. Then I realized the 1/4 inch seam allowance is the distance between the stitch that you put down, from the stitch that you put down to the edge of your fabric is a 1/4 inch. And on my machine, I have this line. This line allows me to put my fabric on it and lower my pressure foot, and I am at a 1/4 inch. Okay. All right. So look, we've been bouncing around this for a little while now. So let's go ahead and put some thread in fabric. Okay. All right. So everybody, go get your material. Here we go. All right. I can't wait too long. Hurry up. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. So without too much effort, I would push. All right. So I'm gonna push. Start my stitch. Now, generally you need to start backing up a stitch, all right? And what that does is it secures the stitch that you just put down. Because if you don't do that, what will happen is at the end, when you get done, you have the habit of the material prying apart because the stitch is not secured, okay? So now that we backed up, now we're gonna go forward, nice and slow. for right now. All right, so I'm at the end of my fabric. It's gotten to the end, so I'm going to back up a couple of stitches to secure the stitch. Okay. Pull out my material, cut it, and here we go. 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay. That's all it is. When you hear that term, now we know what they're talking about together. Okay. A 1/4 inch distance between the stitch that I put down and the edge of the fabric. Okay. All right, so look, we're going to talk about when we put some, we're going to come back together again and we're going to put some stitches down on some fabric on one of the pieces that it intimidated me for a long time. And we're going to conquer it together right away so we can get it out the way. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe. And remember, it's only fabric and it's only thread.